All right, are we live? Greetings, 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 greetings. Are we live already? Let's see if we are already live. Greetings, 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 greetings. Okay, it didn't. Why didn't my intro did not play? Okay, let's see. Let's get our numbers going. Are we streaming on all platforms, ladies and gentlemen? Let me check here. Let's see here. So we got a different little, kind of a little, sort of a little different prompt, or what have. Okay, so we're streaming. All right, let's get the numbers up. Let's begin to like and share. Let's let everyone know that we are on. Um, Hey, Deaconess Earl, how are you? Let's get everyone into knowing that we are live. And let me get Instagram going. We are going to be joined by a guest tonight. Let me copy. I've gotten so spoiled with the intro until I was expecting to hit the live button, and then I was gonna have the what is it? I think it's a 2 or 3 minute intro, and I was gonna get myself my last little things together, and then go. Okay, here we go with the. Let's make sure he got it. All right. All right. So let's keep on liking and sharing. Deaconess Earl, how are you? Let's keep liking and sharing. You all know that I normally like to get at least up to 100 or so people on before we actually start going into our topics for the evening, and and with with that also. I think we're going to be a little bit. Let me just call him, make sure that we got it. Okay, let's get. Whoa, this is interesting here because we typically. You are doing good. Great, 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 great. Let's make sure that he got it. Okay. And we are over on our Facebook as well. Everyone that is on Facebook, if you can also make sure that y'all share. We had great numbers Sunday night, so I want to make sure. A lot of times, and then a lot of times we get a lot over in the replay. Just wanted to make sure you got the link.
Let me check. Hold on, sir.
Okay.
I just got it. Let me tap
that. Okay. All right. So send me a text and let me know when you're ready.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
God bless.
All right. All right. Let's see. So we're gonna have a special guest on tonight. All right, thank y'all. All right, Janice, thank y'all for getting on in here. Y'all moving slow. Everyone begin to like and share. Hey, Ruben, how are you? All right, greetings. That is Neston. Greetings to you. Okay, we're slowly coming on. We slowly coming on in here. Let's let Lottie, Dottie, and everyone, y'all begin to like and share. Share the link. Let the folks know that we are on. It is time for Tuesday Night Live. with none other than Sir William. I finally have gotten to see the movie Michael. I have finally got to see it. And all right, so we're gonna be joined tonight by special guest. Have you all gotten a chance to see it? Alex Williams. I thought it was pretty. I thought it was pretty good. Hey, Alex, I'm live. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm doing my live show.
All right.
All right. So join me over on Facebook or YouTube.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Greetings. So, I on the surface, I think that I liked it. So I'm trying to understand, or I believe that, and I probably need to look into it a little bit more that I can give a full kind of review. I wouldn't dare write anything right now based upon what limited aspect that I know about it. But I believe that it kind of came from the perspective of Jermaine. So that in and of itself is interesting. So we have seen movies about them, or we had saw one of the movies before about them before. Okay, now who is this? Yes.
What's up? What's up?
Okay. I'm live. Who is this?
Oh, you on a live chat? Like Instagram?
Yeah, who is this?
Dude at the hair shop. But go ahead and handle your business. I was gonna ask you a question.
Oh, hey. Yeah, I'm like literally live. But I'll call you back. I just realized who it is. Okay, Cornelius. Okay. I'm gonna call you back. All right. Everybody, why is everybody calling me when I'm live? That is crazy. Everybody, all of my folks that know me or that know me personally should know that I'm live. But anyway, so okay, so it's from Jermaine's perspective, right? So I and the Jacksons are that the whole family sort of is a interesting dynamic. And I'm sure that you probably have that with all successful or big families with that are big huge stars and celebrities and things of that aspect. So I would say that. All right, guys. Oh my God. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Let me see. All right, guys. I did a video, and we're gonna do that later on. So I'm looking at it like this. So it's from Sean is from the brothers are from Jermaine's perspective. Okay. So I think, and I could be wrong, but from the vantage point of which we set, or that, well, I'll ask you all, wasn't it always like some tension, or as they got older, wasn't it always some tension of a little bit of some jealousy with Jermaine and Michael? Or am I wrong when I say that? Did it always seem like it was some level of, mm, you know, um, you my brother, I like you, but I'm jealous that you are that one, because, but Joe knew that early on. He knew that all of his sons were talented, and he was making them the Jackson Five, and they were musical and what have you. But he zeroed in, and he knew very early that Michael was in fact the star child, right? So you get that, or you kind of see that as an aspect. So I for the most part, I think that I liked it. I like that it it okay. So for, I don't even know how to describe it. I guess their life, or people's lives that are really full, like Aretha, people that have these like really big, the explosive lives, like you. I don't know. It's just that it seemed like it could have been a lot more that was not dived into. So the whole aspect with nothing, and you remember it wasn't until years later that we actually really realized that there was an older sister, that there Rebe was the older sister, people that, or she was the firstborn, and people kind of really forgot about her. It wasn't until, I think it was my grandmother, she pulled out an old ebony uh uh magazine cover with the Jacksons on there, and she was like, "Oh, they always had Rebe. Rebe was always there." Yeah. So, and so then that was the, sort of the case. And okay, let's see. Oh, all right. We got Sar. Is Sar there? Okay, so we're gonna dive deep into this. We're gonna dive deep into this. Our guest is in the back room. I need everybody to like and share. Most times my numbers are like really, really big, so I don't want to be embarrassed the night that we do have a special guest. But this guy's story is so, you all know that it's an element or an aspect, or one of the things that I cover and talk about is everything's going down but the word of God. And we have a gentleman that is coming on, that is really going to share a probably the, well, for me, as I introduce him, for me, I don't, there's a special, mothers love all of their children. And we're going into Mother's Day weekend, and mothers love their children, but especially for Black folks, especially for Black folks. And I will say this, even for just like all of my friends, I'll say this: there is a special bond between a mother and her son. I don't care what anybody says. And I think that any woman that is on, any mother any parent is not. It's just I will say it, or I will equate it to how you often hear people, or you often hear parents say that is something different about it, it's not that I love my grandchildren more, but it's a different kind of love that you have for your grandchild versus you have for your children. You all help me out in the chat that if in fact that's the case. This gentleman um, had the unfortunate experience of really, and from the clips, doing a great job with planning and running um, the homegoing service for his mother. For his mother. And the service was held at a church, not a church that she wasn't a member of, but a church that she was a member of for a number of years, like 20 plus years, that she had been a member of this ministry. And let's go on and let's talk about it. A true good tithe paying member, and he had his mom's service at her church, which is proper. That's a proper thing to do. Send your loved one home from their church. And some really disrespectful uh just some things that was just that absolutely bothered me. We have been in communication since it happened and since he went live and shared it. And I wanted him to come on. And I may even have him come back on a Sunday night or when we have our much larger numbers. But he hard to catch up with. So we're gonna bring him up, and he's gonna be able to share with us just what he experienced, and I want to talk to him about it and just really talk to us and really kind of dig into what is going on in our churches, what is going on in our churches, what is going on with our pastors, what is going on with our preachers. All right, so are you still there? It just went black. Just trying to figure out what is going on with us. Is it just all a money game? Let me go and get him on here before he disappear on us. All right. Let's see here. Okay.
Yo, yo,
Hey, what's going on, sir? How are you?
man, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm
good. How are
blessed, man.
you
Highly
feeling?
favored. Highly favored.
Yes, it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. I know you got us, so we got a little bit of feedback, but that's all right. Man, I just wanted to have you on. Then I guess it. Let me ask you this before we get into everything. How are you? How are you doing? How are you? Processing, dealing with still. I know you're probably going through, still grieving and going through that whole phase of your mom passing and moving forward, and life without her, especially with Mother's Day and things of that sort coming up. So how are you? How are you doing, and how are you handling and managing?
Can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you.
Perfect. Still hear your feedback?
Okay, I think the feedback is gone now. I'm not hearing it
All
right now.
right, perfect. All right, hold on. Perfect. Yeah, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. I would say I'm extremely blessed. I'm grateful to be able to even be here today. I would say the biggest way I feel about things is unfortunate. I would say it's unfortunate that somebody could give so much, but yet get so little. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I would say that's my biggest issue with everything that transpired from then to now.
Absolutely. So just to expound upon it, let us know and introduce yourself. Let us know your mom passed. That's one of the most difficult things, and you have to when someone passes, you pretty much have about a week, maybe a little bit longer, to turn a major event, yeah, and to capsulize a person's full life into one memorial service, or into a memorial service. I'm sure
Right.
is rather overwhelming to do. So just kind of walk us through the what happened, and what church is this in Florida that your mom was a member of, and where you had her service?
My mom was a member of Jesus People Ministry Church in Miami, Florida. This her on my T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? It's me and her on the T-shirt. She served there for almost 40 years. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's I got love for the pastors of Jesus People Miami, Florida, but it come upon a time, man. You gotta do things right by people, man. You can't just treat people any kind of way. Lisa Jones, I appreciate it, but you can't just treat people any kind of way. You know what I mean? And as for me, I couldn't sit back and just see my mom be disrespected the way she was and not say nothing about it. That's
Absolutely.
my biggest
So
issue.
so what happened? Did your mom passed? She had been a member there for 40 years. Was your mom like an evangelist or missionary, or part of the ministerial team there at Jesus People's Ministries, um or just kind of just explain to us where what, or was she just a lay member, or was she a part of the leadership body of that ministry?
Yeah, my mom was she was an apostle in the ministry, so she served well. Like she headed a joy ministry where she was like a clown in the ministry. Not a clown, but they call it joy ministry. And
Okay.
she gave so much. She was an evangelist. She was all of that above. And she was there from the beginning of the ministry starting. You know what I mean? Brenda, her name is Brenda Ingram. Y'all see that in the screen?
All right, Brenda Ingram.
Yeah, Brenda
Yes, yes.
Ingram. That
And
was
we
her in
have
the
somebody
screen.
on Instagram that is on our Instagram that says that they are familiar with Jesus People Ministries. Says that they grew up. Okay, that is Gerard, who is over on our Instagram. In our Instagram audience, he grew up in the neighborhood of where Jesus People's Ministry is located. So your
Okay.
mom was over the Joy Ministry. So she was just, and not reducing other people that are just members, but she was a part of the ministerial body
Correct.
of this church.
She was
Okay.
she played a major role because she used her talents and gifts to spread this church everywhere she went. I mean, even when she started her own church, she still was promoting this church. So it's like everywhere she went, she was proud of this church. You know what I mean? So yeah, it wasn't just like a member. This was like I would say a founding member in a way. You know what I mean? She started from them from the bottom. Now we here, like Drake
Yeah,
say. You feel me?
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So your mom passed, and so how did you elect to have her homegoing service at this location rather than at her own church? Was there a particular reason why you did that, or?
Well, she stopped. She stopped. They stopped doing the church, their own church. So they was just, we moved out to Port St. Lucie, Florida. We opened a boba tea shop. So it was a family business, boba tea shop. So
Okay.
we moved out there. We had some tea shops out there. We moved out to Ocala, and that's where she fell real sick in Ocala. She's been sick a few times, but she always wanted to be a part of Jesus people. She always wanted her funeral to be at Jesus people. So
Okay.
what we did, we just really just went with what she wanted to do. Like we really didn't want to do it there for real, but what she said, so we did it,
But that was her
and
wishes.
that was her wishes. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So,
And so you had the service. Let me ask you this, if you don't mind. Um, did they open their doors free of charge, or was there a monetary expense that occurred, or that you and your family occurred to have the service there?
it was free of charge from what I understand. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you are now you DJ, or you do music or something of
Yeah,
that
I
sort.
do music. I do music. Yeah.
Okay. So you were all right, we lost him. Is he there? Okay. I think did we lose him?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
Oh, okay. All right. So so you DJ, but now you also were sort of presiding over the service as well.
Right, I was more like the MC as well, not just a DJ. I'm an MC, so I MC the service. You know what I mean?
Okay. And did who eulogized your mom?
No, no. Me and my sister did practically everything. You know,
Okay. So it wasn't it was a different kind of service. It
it
wasn't
was
like
it
it
was more
wasn't
like a
like a
memorial service.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what happened, man, that because you had with a number of people that were doing tributes or speaking that were saying their sort of like their remarks and things of that sort of your mom. What happened with this whole time frame, this whole time schedule thing that caused this unfortunate conflict?
Well, initially they didn't want to give us. Initially, this guy named Brother Donnie didn't want to really give us no extra time. I think we asked for 11, and he said we could do 11 to 12:30, and I was like, that ain't enough time. That's an hour and a half. Like she been a
Mm.
member of this church for 40 years. But the problem is when we called initially, when he called me or my sister, he never sent no condolences. He never felt sorry about nothing. He was just like, okay, what y'all want to do? This is how he answered the phone, like, what y'all want to do? What y'all gonna do? And it's like, okay, you're not gonna even be considerate to the fact of even saying, hey, how you feeling? I'm sorry for your loss or anything of that nature. So he was just real insensitive about the whole situation. So
Okay.
then I asked to speak to the pastor. So he said he gonna speak to the pastor, and we spoke to the
So
pastor.
brother, the Donnie guy,
Yeah,
the Donnie guy is not the pastor of
no,
Jesus.
he's not. He's not the pastor. No,
Okay, so what was his role with the church?
I guess he was just presiding over this the service. He's like I think like a usher or some kind of associate, like
Okay.
connector or something like that. You know.
Okay. Okay. So I guess he was sort of like the point person, for from you as a family to going back to the pastor to, sort of fill them in on what you all's plans and expectations were, right?
Correct. Right. He was the person who basically the pastors couldn't be there because the pastor had something else to do. So he was basically filling in, I guess, to make sure the service went the way it needed to go.
Okay. So you knew going into the service that it was going to be a time conflict.
I knew going into the service it was going to be a time conflict from the 11 to 12:30, but they're extending it from 11 to 12:30 to like 11. I think 11 to 2.
Okay.
So they went from 11 to 12:30 to 11 to 2 to give her more time, which was respectable. I understand that. That was smooth.
Okay.
What ended up happening was the video was going overboard because everybody was coming up giving her props, telling she impacted so many lives, and the video was going overboard, longer than expected. So I asked for extra 30 minutes. I asked for extra time, And then that's when that's when everything started
So
to
when you
turn
asked
back.
for the extra time, how long had the service already gone?
The service we was at 3 hours. It was from 11 to 2.
Okay, so and he was ready to cut it at 2 o'clock.
Correct.
Okay. So now you said it was a video. So was that like a pre-made video that you already had did the production for and you were just showing it, or was it like people, you know, that sort of like what I'm accustomed to when you have a part in the service where you allow people to have remarks or come up and express themselves, or was it a situation like that where people that was in attendance, they were coming up in person giving their remarks?
It was more of a video I edited. It took me 4 days to edit this video. 4 days. Like
Okay.
I'm going through pictures, video. I'm going to old pictures, video. I'm editing everything, putting the family in there, incorporating everybody. So after everything was said and done, that video was playing at the end. It was like the last memorial to my mom's.
How
And what
long
happened?
was how long was the video that you produced?
About 40 minutes.
It was a 40-minute video.
Right.
So the video, so you already had the service was already 11 to 2, and then at 2 o'clock you started playing the video.
No, I started playing the video about 1:30.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I
Still
asked
a
for
reason, still
so I
within a reasonable amount of time.
correct. Correct. So I asked for 20, 30 more minutes.
Okay.
And then at 1:30, at 1:40, actually at 1 o'clock, at 1:15, somewhere around there, he texts me. The brother Donnie guy texts me,
Okay.
tell me that we running out of time. The video reminded me the video 40 minutes.
Right.
At that point, I'm like, okay, the video 40 minutes. Can I talk to the pastor and get 30 more minutes?
Okay.
He said the pastor's busy. I can't talk to the pastor. So at that point, my father, who was grieving, a usher walked up to my father and tapped my father on the shoulder. Hey, we're gonna have to cut your video short because you're running out of time, right? And I'm saying to myself, and my sister tell me this when I sat back down. Now, mind you, but brother Donnie sees me on stage talking about my mother. But he continued to text me about running out of time. And then the usher came, tapped my father on the shoulder, said, we're gonna have to cut your wife video.
So you emceeing while the video is playing.
Now I'm emceeing before the video even start playing.
Okay.
I'm getting text messages about this before the video even start playing while I'm emceeing.
Okay.
But the man see me on stage talking. So why is you texting me while I'm on stage talking?
Right. Right.
He in the service seeing me talk, but he texting me on stage while I'm talking. So basically, I sit down. Now before the video started playing, I sit down. Then
Okay.
that's when my sister said this
So
usher
you
tap
kind
my
of cut. So you kind of cut your remarks short to play the video.
correct,
Okay.
correct.
All
And
right.
then that's when I was
Cause see,
told the usher
I
tap.
mean, I know that it might be like, well, why are you asking me that? But
No,
we
no,
weren't
no. You
there.
gotta know.
But we just trying to we're
Yeah,
trying to get in a feel and a picture of how this transpired. So
for
you
sure.
were speaking, emceeing as you refer to it, and then you getting these texts. Then what you do is you kind of cut your emceeing short to play the video so you have a seat, and then that's when is while the video is playing, then the usher goes to your dad or the usher comes to you. How did that work?
The usher went to my dad and told him, "Hey, we got to cut your wife video short."
So you mean to tell, how long was your mom and dad married?
57 years.
So you mean to tell me the man is sitting, the widower is sitting in his wife's service, his wife of 57 years, and he gets tapped on the on his shoulder that y'all running out of time. I'm just trying to get a feel. For the people that like, wow, that
Yeah.
that's kind of,
That's intense, and that, and
yeah.
like you
That
said,
I mean, I'm not typically at a loss for words, but it's sort of like, whoa.
yeah, man. And that's how
So
intense it. That's how intense it
how
got.
did your dad respond?
My dad was just quiet the whole service because my dad already ain't had much to say because he already know my mother gave so much, and that's why she ended up passing the way she did. She basically passed away due to a broken heart, and she said that in her so many times throughout her life, and I didn't pay attention. But listening, my mother grew up without a mother. My mother grew up. She was mentally, emotionally, and physically mistreated by. I'm not gonna put everything out there, but she grew up without a mother. So she basically herself, she was the best mother she was, but she was very neglectful and verbally abusive towards us. So my
Mm-hmm.
father knew how much she gave to this church. So he ain't had nothing to say because imagine watching your wife deteriorate right in front of your face because she giving everything away, giving hardly nothing to you or nothing to herself. So he had nothing to say. But so when they told him that, he had kept his hand over his mouth because
Mm-hmm.
he didn't want to say nothing crazy. And
Right, right.
imagine as a son, like I'm from my parents raised me the best way they could, but I'm from around the way. I'm from Carroll City. I'm from Miami. Like I'm from around the way. And we don't let nothing ride. Nothing slide, especially with the family. So when I seen my father, when my sister told me that, and I seen my father like with his head down, that just triggered something inside of me. And I went to the lobby to talk to Brother Donnie to get extra minutes. And that's when everything kind of went the way it went.
How did that go when you went to the lobby and you hollered at Donnie?
When I went to holler at Donnie, he was dodging me at first. I said, hey, can I speak to Brother Donnie? And somebody corrected me and said, you mean Minister Donnie? When they already know who I was talking about. So they corrected me, Minister Donnie. I said, Minister Donnie, Brother Donnie, let me talk to Donnie. So they go get Donnie. Donnie dodging. They go get Donnie. Donnie come back. I said, can I talk to the pastor to get extra 30 more minutes? All I'm asking, please. All I'm asking for. I ain't coming disrespectful, prideful, rude. 30 more minutes, please. Brother Donnie said the pastor's busy. I said, can I talk to the pastor, please? He said, I just told you the pastor busy. He said, what you asking me is not what he said. He said, what you're asking of me is not practical or something respectable. Something he told me. I said, because I'm asking for 30 more minutes. And he was like, listen, we're going to get through the video and that's it. So at that time, I took a picture with my cousin. I come back in the church. And I said, first of all, I said, bro, you need to relax. He said, I am relaxed. Don't talk to me like that. Something he said. And he walked away from me. Now, mind you, I already had issues with Brother Donnie from before, being disrespectful over the phone, especially to my sister. Not sending no condolences, not saying, are you all right? Is your family okay? None of that. So now I walk back in the church. I walk back in the church, bro. When I walk back into the church, my mother video on pause. In the middle of the video is on pause. The church start playing that goodbye music. You know that music they play when the service over?
Mm-hmm.
The church start playing the service over music. So I'm looking around like, hold on, what's happening? My sister got the mic looking confused, like, well, God bless y'all. We're gonna have the woo 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 woo. At that point in time, that's when I got up there, got the mic. And on my way to grab the mic, a lady stopped me. And this
Mm-hmm.
probably what stopped me from running after Brother Donnie. Cause my mind was get this mic, put this mic down and just shoot straight back there, straight out, back to him. A lady stopped me.
Not shoot
God,
with a gun, not but you mean physically.
say it again.
I'm not, when you say shoot back there, you're not talking about shoot like a.
No, not with no weapon. No, no, no.
Oh,
Shoot
okay. You
as
mean
in
like
run.
running back there?
I was gonna run back there.
Okay.
Nah, I ain't,
No,
you know.
I mean, we just gotta, you just said you was from around the way, bro. So
I'm
I
from
just,
around the
yeah,
way. I'm from around
so
the way.
I'm just trying to get a good feel. But when you say shoot, we want
Nah,
to
nah, nah, nah. We ain't talking no
understand.
weapons. We lay hands, we lay hands just like they do in the church.
Yeah.
But so I was gonna shoot holler at Brother Donnie. So the lady tell me, she stopped me. The lady said, you know what? My mother prayed. He said, your mother, she met me in the parking lot when I met her. And she said, your mother was a prayer warrior. She prayed for me and my son. She said my son was facing life in prison. And your mother used to pray for me and my son, call me and pray for my son. And my son got out of jail early. That's what the lady telling me now. I got goosebumps talking. And she telling
Mm,
me how my mother prayed for her and her son. This right before I grabbed the mic to check Brother Donnie about it. So at this point, something came over me.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
just felt like I got tired of seeing my mama disrespected. I got tired of her giving away everything to everybody and getting nothing in return. So that's when I end up kind of saying, Brother Donnie, I should, something I said, slap you in your face or break your face or something like that. Then I walked back there. Then that's when everybody's got in my way.
well, because the clip, yeah, who was videoing? Because on the clip, you're on the mic, and was the service still going on when you said that, or yeah, did they cut the music, or how did that part play out?
The service was practically over. So it was not like service was practically over. And and
Hmm.
and and look at this. See TikTok over. Yeah, service practically over. And by that time, I wasn't in the right state of mind to even understand what was going on, but the service was over. So at this point, my sister already told everybody where we gonna meet up at after the service. So
Yeah.
after it was over, it's over. I mean, that's it.
So and then you made so you publicly, because that's a clip that I saw that was like really, uh I mean, it just, it was shocking to me. It was shocking. So you have that, you expressed verbally that, pretty much what you're saying now. My mom is giving so much here, been here 30, 40 years, and you all do her like this. What was the explanation, or what after the service and after that kind of, because you don't get a do-over. You know what I mean? There's certain things that happen in life that you're never going to have that memorial service for your mom again. So what was the, what after this, what was the communication like? Did you ever get a chance to talk to the pastor of Jesus People's Ministry?
Most definitely. They called me back. They called me. They called my sister, then they called me. Actually, they DM me. The
Okay.
pastor husband DM me. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
they DM me because the post was up. It was getting numbers.
Yeah.
So I get DM instead of call. So the thing about it is, if you had real pressure, you should have called me, not DM me. But I got DM'd. When they
Okay.
DM me, then they ask me they want to talk to me face to face.
Okay.
Not the pastor's husband. The
Okay.
pastor's husband. And I don't, I've never talked to him before. And it's funny because my mom told me to reach out to him years ago to help me because I want to do movies. So she told me to reach out to him. I want to do faith-based movies. So I said, reach out to him. He do this. And when he DM me, I DM him in 2023. Never got a response.
Okay.
Now all of a sudden I get a response to my DM because I posted this
Right.
thing about the church.
Right. Right. And
So
it's
then
probably, and it was probably getting traction, because I know it got my attention.
right, it was getting traction. So they contacted me, said they feel bad about it and everything about it. But as I told them, once y'all stop the memorial service, that's done. I live in Atlanta. My family live in Ocala. To Miami to Ocala, that was like a 7-hour drive because the roads was blocked. So we had to drive 7 hours to get there. From Atlanta, I had to drive 12 hours to get there.
Right.
So you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
It cost me and we stayed there 3 days, 2, 3 days. It cost me and my family almost $3,000 to stay there in the hotels.
Yeah.
It cost us $2,000 to decorate the place, to get the food. So imagine going through all these processes to have a great memorial service for your mother and have it cut short because somebody talking about they got to vacuum the church. So that's what happened. I said, y'all got a service after? No, we got to vacuum the church for tomorrow. This is what I'm trying to say, and this is why. And whoever watching, I'm not here to slander no church, slander nobody. I'm here to let people know it's time out for playing with God. It's time out for playing with who you say you are. If you say you real, you're a friend, you're a husband, wife, boyfriend, girl, be that person that you saying you are and stop playing. Because it's gonna be a point of time. It's gonna be a point of time when you're gonna need somebody. And the same way you play with them, somebody gonna play with you.
Wow, man. I mean, this is disheartening. So you have the talk. What was the resolve? I mean, not that it really could be any kind of explanation or justification to where did y'all kind of leave off with things? Because you were when you finally had that conversation, were you already back home in Atlanta, or were you still down there in Florida, or how did that play out?
I was still in Miami. He said he's gonna contact me and come see. He said I'm gonna come by and see you at the hotel at
Okay.
11 o'clock, something like that.
Did that
12 o'clock.
happen?
So 11 o'clock come. 11 to 12. Matter of fact, it wasn't Sunday, it was Monday. He said he gonna come meet me. So 11 come, I go down to the lobby. 11:15, 11:30, 11:45. No show, right?
Right.
So and I'm on time. So I'm like, I text him, I'm like, bro, how you gonna tell me you gonna meet me at 11 o'clock and it's 11:45? You not even reach out to me and tell me you running late or nothing. Oh man, I was editing the video. I got caught up in the video I was editing. I said, bro, fam, my mother just passed away. You telling me you gonna meet me at 11? You got me out here. You got me out here 45 minutes later. Had to contact you for you to tell me, oh, I'm on my way. So then when I
Hmm. I'm not sure what's going on. I think that's the second time. I'm not sure.
I'm back. I'm back.
Okay.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hold on a second. Can you hear me?
You didn't get a strike from
I can't
TikTok.
hear you. Hold on.
All right, can you testing? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. I'm gonna log out and come back in.
Okay, I can hear you though. Okay. Wow. Y'all, this is something. So what do y'all think? How are you all feeling that I mean, I mean, this guy is having his mom's service. I didn't realize that I'm just now within the conversation. I didn't realize that he was not actually living in the same city that his mom's service was. So that even adds another element to it. All right, we're back. Can you hear us?
I hear y'all now. I'm ready now.
Okay, I can hear you. You can hear me. I can't hear you now.
You can't hear me?
I can't hear you now. Audience, can you all hear him? Okay, let's see.
Hello.
I'm not sure. Okay.
Let me go. Let
Can
me
you
come out
hear?
and come back in.
Okay. He's gonna go out. We're gonna drop him again. All right. So this is something I wanted to share that I'm trying to figure out, like, where are we going or what's going on with us now with church? What is happening with church, and how are you operating where you're that where you're that insensitive, where you are that just kind of I don't even I just the whole thing is just very disheartening. And I like to bring this to our attention to see what is happening with us with ministry. Okay, let's see
Can you
now.
hear me?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Okay, we can't hear you.
Oh my clock.
Not sure what happened. All right, can you all hear him?
I'll tell you what's happening.
Can you all hear him? YouTube. Okay, you can hear, but Desiree, you can hear both of us on YouTube. Okay, I can't hear him.
All right, hold on.
Okay, so you all can hear him, but I can't. Okay. Is just mean and okay, one person says over. Okay, we have one person, Sandra, over on Instagram says it's mean and rude. And you're trying to say unchristlike. All right. Okay, now Instagram can only hear me. YouTube, Facebook, Pixel,
Can
can
y'all
you
hear me?
all hear them?
Can y'all hear me?
Can you all? Okay, so you all hear both of us, but I don't hear you. I don't hear you.
I'm
The
gonna go out and
audience
come back
hears you.
in. I'm gonna go out
Okay.
and come back in.
All right, he's gonna try to go out and come back in again. Okay, so this I find it I find it very insensitive. I find it very insensitive. I think that we're getting to a place uh where's the video footage? The video footage of his remarks um uh is on his TikTok, I believe on his TikTok page. And I'll have him give you his TikTok so that you can hear and see. But it's actually pretty much of him. He's standing and he is giving a direct sort of there on the spot in the midst of the service or as the service is closing. He is expressing rather fervently his great displeasure. And it is something. All right, y'all, you're watching Tuesday Night Live with Sir William. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, Pixel, Streaming Fave, Apple TV, and Instagram. We are live on all of them except for TikTok. I said something on TikTok, child. I don't know what I said, but they did some kind of strike. All right, we are at. Thank you so much. Deaconess Earl, we are at 133 people that are in the chat, and we have 39 likes, which is absolutely ridiculous. Can we get everyone that is in the chat to click the like button? Click the like button. I need at least we need at least 100 likes. We need at least 100 likes. If we can get at least 100 likes, if everyone that is in the chat can hit the like button, we'll greatly appreciate it. Okay. All right. Let's see now. Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
All right. You're good.
Okay,
We hear
perfect,
you.
perfect. All right,
Okay,
perfect.
so you were right at the good part, bro. Yeah,
All right,
you was right. You was right at the good part. Let's pick up right there.
right. All right, the good part. Okay, so I guess everybody came to try to stop me from attacking from getting at the guy. At that point, I that's when all that happened, and then fast forward. The pastor's husband said the
Right now,
pastor
you're at the hotel. You've been in
right
the lobby waiting to meet him for at least 45 minutes. You call
right.
him, and then he finally tells you he got caught up. And did he eventually come? Did you wait? What was that? What happened there?
I got on the phone with him. It's me, man. It's a real story. Everything I'm saying is real. I got on the phone with him. He called me after I texted him. I said, "Bruh, I ain't trying to hear that, right?" He said he wasn't raised in the church. He from L.A. I said, "You from L.A., then you know what time mean, bro. If you telling me 11, if you from the block, you tell me 11 o'clock, a dude owe you some money at 11. If he come at 11:45, you know it's disrespectful. Like, so don't tell me 11 o'clock you're gonna pull, especially something as sensitive as this. Don't tell me you're gonna pull up at 11 and don't show up. He was like, well, you know how stuff go. I said, bro, I don't know how none of that go, fam. You
So
reaching
you
out to me?
saying that the pastor of the church is married to an unsaved man?
No, he's saved.
Okay.
But I don't. He told me he wasn't raised in the church, so I guess the way he handled things is not like the church handled it. I guess that's what he was saying. Like
Okay.
he understand. Like he ain't no church like church do boy or something like that. Whatever. I don't know what he was trying to say.
Okay.
At the end of the day, you from the church or not from the church, respect is respect, regardless. I don't
Exactly.
care. Like I don't even care where you from. Like respect is respect.
Right.
So then he proceeded to say how he was on his way. So he get there at 12:30. At that point in time, I said, bro, I ain't coming outside, bro. Like you a whole hour and a half late from meeting me something that's serious as my mama passing away. And you felt like I need to take this post down. Cause that's what it really was about, me taking the post down.
Hmm.
That's a really
And the
like
post that we're tell the people where they can come go and see your post.
you can see
What
my
is
post on my TikTok, on my Instagram. It's at Scar Salah, at Scar SCARSELAH. You gonna see my post on Instagram or TikTok. And you
okay.
can see exact like clips of what happened. And that's what he basically was saying. So I told the man. So I sent him a text back. I said, "How about I take the post down and I'll stop posting it if y'all put a plaque up of my mother in the church." I said, "Just put a plaque of my mother up in the church, a plaque, cause she been there since 40 something years. Put a plaque up." I said, "Do you know my mom? I used to drive my mother. I used to drive my mother from Port St. Lucie, which is 2.5 hours away from the church. I used to drive her to church. I used to live by the church. Pick her up. I used to drive to pick her up from Port St. Lucie. Church. Pick her up. I used to drive to pick her up from Port St. Lucie.
I'm about to go to your page so that they can.
Yes.
Okay, let me come out of your live.
And that's the whole thing.
To continue, so you would drive and you would actually take her.
I would pick
To,
her up 2.5 hours. I would drive 2 hours because I live 2 hours from her. Pick her up, drive her back 2.5 hours to church. She gonna stay the weekend. Then I'm gonna pick her up from where she at, staying at in Miami, and drive her back to Port St. Lucie, 2.5 hours away. Then I used to drive myself back home 2 hours. I used to do this because she wanted to go to the church so bad, to the point where I bought a 70-inch screen TV so she could watch. She used to dress up every Sunday like she was in church and watch it live on YouTube.
mm,
Now, mind you, and I explained all this to them. They
right,
still
right,
wasn't trying to put no plaque up. So at the end of the day, they said they ain't gonna put a plaque up because they never did it for no other member. And woo, 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 woo. I said, but y'all never did this to another member either.
right.
So they didn't put a plaque up, and that's the way it was. So since then, it's like whatever. Like the police department done called me, gave me props about what I did. People done called me, DM me, message me. Proud of my bravery. Proud I stood up for my mom, and that's all I could do. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all
So now
something.
you said now how did the police get involved?
one of my one of my uncles, the police. So, but somebody, because the police got, for everybody who watching, the police have their own task force that watch every live on TikTok and Facebook. Like they watch what's going on. Like this ain't like the police watching. So
So
I
the
guess,
police, what you think the police watching us now?
yeah,
So a lot of our stuff is under surveillance. They kind of oh wow.
yeah. So while they watching it, they come back to him and say, you know, hold on, you heard about having the Jesus people to your ain't that woo 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 woo?
About how
hold
many
on.
people? How many views did you get on that? I'm trying to find.
Yo,
I'm trying to.
IG had close to 100. And TikTok, I'm not sure. Maybe 50 is. I'm not sure. It
I'm
should be
trying to
pinned.
see how far down it is because I saw it
It
actually.
should be pinned. Should be pinned.
Oh, it's pinned at the top. Okay, let me
It should
see.
be pinned. Because I put it when I put it up. I put one up. I had to take it down because somebody reported it. Then I put another one back up. So it should be pinned. But that my mother been a member of this church for 30, 40 years, and she can't get 30 more minutes of time. That's sad, bro. I'm gonna tell it straight like that, brother Donnie, man. You ain't sensitive, bro. Like, yo, put your face up, bro. So I'd like to apologize for everybody who was at that church service, memorial service on Saturday. What happened was the church definitely disrespected my mom. My mom been a member for 30, 40 years. Couldn't get 30 more minutes. Very, Brother Donnie in the church, very inconsiderate, not understanding, not showing remorse. I spoke to the pastors of the church. They said they can't, they love my mom, but they don't want to make it right by putting no plaques up. They don't want to make it right. They just want to talk about it and give memorials to it. At the end of the day, all my mother gave to that church, and all she get is an apology. I can't take back the memorial that happened on Saturday. I can't take that back. But for y'all to pause her video in the middle of the memorial because we going over time, and y'all want me to be quiet behind it, let me tell y'all something. I'm telling y'all better fight for y'all family. Jesus People Ministries, Miami, y'all know y'all dead wrong for what you did, bro. And you telling me you can't give no memorial towards my mom because that ain't what you do, but yet you the cause of the memorial service ending the way it ended, pressing pause on the video, and her dedication that she was a member for 40 years, and that's God. Religion, man. My mother been a member of this church for 30 years. Yeah, bro.
Wow, wow, wow. I'm speechless. I don't even know. I don't even know. You know, I don't even know what to say.
You know what's crazy though, Will? So after I posted that, so many people sent me messages saying that Jesus People did them the same way. This person was rude. This person disrespectful. So many other people said other churches did them the same way. This ain't the first time this done happened in no church. Like just because, like I asked the pastor, I asked everybody. If Jay-Z, shout out to Jay-Z, but if Jay-Z came to your church and Beyonce, God forbid, Beyonce passes away, you not gonna pause Beyonce video 30 minutes because it's going over 30 minutes. Because you think that these people are nobodies. You think these people ain't nobody because nobody know, but you don't know me. You don't know you. They didn't know me.
Right.
They don't know
But
God,
see, that's not
obviously.
even. But Scar, that's not even. Jesus was for the least of these.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? So even if and I know in some if she was something or big time, a person with money or something like that, that's not what this is supposed to be about. This is supposed to be about us being showing the love of Christ,
Yes.
recognizing and memorializing, funeralizing uh, uh, a member, and then you're supposed to the service is really to celebrate that person's life, but then it's also to be a witness and a draw for those that may not be believers that are there,
Yes. Right.
to say, you know what, this is an opportunity for you. While this person has gone on, this is an opportunity for you to be able to get it right. This is an opportunity for you to be able to uh, come to Christ. And so that is a critical time to show love. I was intrigued by your story because I have a friend, Ricky Payton, and Ricky Payton was his mom was a member of Sherman Memorial in DC.
Mm.
And the bishop there had died, and membership fell off. But what intrigued me about your story and about his story is the new pastor and the new bishop during the service of Mother Payton passed out flyers, had the ushers go up and down the pews. They went up and down the pews and they passed out flyers to the church's a barbecue that they was having coming up that following Saturday
During the service?
during the service.
No.
So
That's crazy.
during the service, so needless to say, Ricky Payton Jr. did not make it to his grandmother's interment.
That's crazy.
Because DC police was pulling him off of the bishop and the bishop's son. So instead of him even getting into the family car and the limousine to go to the service, he was being put in handcuffs and going to the local police department.
That's great.
And when I saw that clip, immediately it put me back and reminded me of that. Man, I don't even know how, as a son of the church and a person that's a church man, there's not even words that we can give you to be of condolence for something like that, on top of losing your mom. I mean, I know you just said that the police be watching, but man, I'm gonna just tell you that for it to even be a physical Jesus People's Ministry still standing somewhere, I ain't trying to make light of it, but I'm just telling you what's all the way real, because I probably would, if I had experienced what you experienced or experienced, I probably would not be able to have gone live with you tonight, because I probably would have been somewhere you trying to get bailed out or pending trial or whatever, because the whole way that I would have gone berserk and totally lost my mind would just it wouldn't even be words. I mean, you always got a platform here. I wish it would maybe on a Sunday night when we have more our larger audience. But has there been any communication since then? Has there been any attempt? Did you ever talk to the actual pastor of the church?
I spoke
Did you ever get a conversation? Because I assume that it's a female pastor.
Right. I spoke to the pastor's mother, because like similar to the situation where the bishop he passed away. God bless his soul. He's a good man. His wife, his daughter is the pastor now. His wife, preceded him. You know what I mean? So his wife, I spoke to his wife, because she was friends with my mother. So
Okay.
The pastors ain't. If the pastors was there, they would have gave me 30 more minutes. See, that's the crazy thing about it. Like, I got love for the pastor, but like I told him, you chose this man to represent you.
Right.
So whatever
it's still a problem, because he's a reflection of them.
So I spoke to them, and I still love them. Dr. Gloria, Pastor Rochelle, I still love them. And the reason why, I'm gonna tell you something, the reason why I didn't snap and spaz like I coulda or shoulda is because before the service, before the service even started, y'all follow me, and y'all, I ain't tell you this part. Before the service started, I was going to the pew to grab the mic. Brother Donnie stopped me and said, "Be careful what you say, because the pastors don't want you saying nothing out of the way." Now, mind you, this man never told me condolences, sorry for your loss, your mother lost, but he stops me right when I'm about to go grab the mic to speak, to say that to me. And at that point in time, I promise you, like, Spirit of God talk to me. Spirit of God say, "You here for your mother, not for you."
Right.
So I put as a man, I put my pride to the side as a man and knew I had to be there for my family and knew I came to represent my mother. So that's why I didn't want to get carried away in handcuffs. Because I understood that if something happened to me, my family already dealing with hurt, and now they're gonna deal with more hurt seeing me getting escorted away. So after that, I did speak to the pastor. She called me. She said that she couldn't do the plaque. I said, I understand. I said, so I gotta do what I gotta do. And I still love her till this day. She called me a week later. They was text the pastor was texting my sister, tell
What
your
is the
brother
problem with the plaque? What is the issue with that?
the problem with the plaque was they never did it for no other member, so they can't do it for my mother.
Well, maybe it's
That's
time for them to start doing something. That's a good time to change the way you do things.
correct. So like I said, a plaque. I told him, I said, you don't want to put a plaque because you never did it before, but have you ever stopped a video in the middle of a memorial service for a member before? Oh, we never did nothing like that. Okay, so if you never did something like that, disrespecting somebody's memory, why can't you do something like this and make it right? So they went. I ain't gonna hold you. They went live on church on that Sunday, following Sunday. Said they were sorry to me and my family. You know, this not the way church do things. But you got to understand that post started getting backfired. People started watching this. Of course, people responding and texting and talking. So what is your true intent? Because if your true intent was to make me and my family right, you could have just put a plaque up.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Or did something to try to make you all whole.
right,
Man, I don't even know. I don't. You know, a plaque, whatever. It's nothing that's gonna be. It's nothing that's gonna be right. It's nothing that's gonna be enough. And I must say this, and I know I'm gonna get flack for it, but um. Y'all know I have a very difficult time with women pastors. I'll just say that. I'll just say that.
don't say it.
And so you know, a lot of times when you see the thing about it is when it's already out of order,
Right,
it's hard to make something that's not correct. It's hard to make something that from the origin, from the foundation. It's just like building a house.
right,
You know, if the foundation ain't right, then the building is gonna crumble.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So the foundation's already. Now y'all get mad at me. I know I got a lot of women that and I love y'all. The Lord knows I do. But every instance in the Bible where the Lord used a woman, and especially used a woman to lead, it was because it was no man present. It was no man in place doing and standing properly as he should have been to lead. So this is I find it I you know I'll say this. And if they ever want to speak, somebody or the pastor, someone from Jesus Peoples, they're more than welcome to come on, because I always like both sides to each story. I would love to hear from Donnie. Now I will say this. I will say this. My dad is sanctified, old school, and a lot of times you'll have family members, or you'll have people that are family member of the church. We have seen and clips people may not use the right kind of language when they stand up or when they memorialize or eulogize somebody. We've had instances where we have had instances where we've had to cut music. I got you past your bedtime. Okay.
No, we good, we good, we
Yeah,
good.
I just messing with you.
Yeah,
But we've had instances where I'll say this, where we have cut music, but because it was secular or the lyrics to the secular music got too far, and so we have had to cut. And we have had instances where, but it was always within confines of, what what we believe. Then also, sometimes, brothers will they'll go out and then they'll take a drink, they'll take some, they'll pass a shot around, and then they'll pour one on the ground or whatever. So we've had little instances like that where different little things, and then it's like, oh man, oh Bishop, no disrespect, and people really didn't, but not to that regard. Man, I thank you for coming on and for sharing. Again, you have my most heartfelt and deepest condolences to you and your family, and just we just encourage you to focus on the ministry and all that your mom gave and
yeah,
sacrifice, and celebrate her with that. And you know do it again, man. As the anniversary come up, let's do a balloon release. Let's do a
yeah, okay.
scholarship fund. Let's do something where her memory can live on in some kind of way. Just encourage you to you push to do something that's reflective of her, and to
Right.
keep her memory and her life going, even in spite of, to take some of that sting away from what all that you endure, bro. Because I just, like I said, I don't know where I would be or what I would even be thinking if I had to face something like that,
Yes.
and what have you. So man, definitely. So we gonna have to tap it up. You right here in the A, I'm in the A too. So
Yeah, man.
yeah,
Yeah, hey, man. We're gonna do some things, man. Matter of fact, we're doing a with Victoria Johnson, Microsoft, and Oasis Montage. We're doing a book bag giveaway, like school
oh
my
wow.
mom's in Atlanta. Yeah, in my mom's name. So I link up with you on that.
Oh
And we can
yeah,
try to get some
absolutely.
press out there. We got a nonprofit, so there's some things we're gonna do, man. In regards to her, like I said, we're shooting films. There's a lot of different things I'm doing. I'm just gonna make my mom the executive producer, her name on everything, and then we
Yeah.
rolling from there, bro.
Absolutely. Well, let's definitely collab.
For sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing. And you definitely in our thoughts and prayers. And like I said, we got each other's number and contact now. So
Yes, sir.
definitely stay in contact so that we'll be there, and we want to get it out and celebrate her memory, and the backpack giveaway. I used to be a teacher, so I
Okay,
know
okay,
I even have a heart for that. I know these
okay,
youth.
cool.
Yeah. So absolutely. All right.
All right.
I ain't gonna hold you. Thank you so much.
Blessing, brother. Thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely. Thanks you for coming on and sharing.
Yes, sir.
All
Bless.
right, y'all. I'll tell you, it is Tuesday Night Live. So we saw, I you know, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Cornelia says, thanks for having him on. God bless, brother, for loving your mother. Yeah, mm, we've been trying to for a while to connect, and it was just time conflict, and but I don't even, wow, I don't know the words. I don't know the words. All right, it is Monday. I'm sorry, it is Tuesday Night Live with none other than Sir William. We have a number of topics that we're gonna go through. Let's let me know over in the chat. Let me know how we're doing on our likes How are we doing on the number of likes that we have for Facebook, YouTube, and those of you that are on Pixel streaming face? How are we doing over there with likes? Is Mother Janice Felton still around? Is she still in the chat? Some of you can let me know. Also, we have not had one offering that has come in as of yet on tonight. You know that we cannot continue. We cannot do what we do without your love and support. I had a number of fan mail pieces that I wanted to open while we were on the air. Okay, can we get some people? We got 172. Is there anybody that's in the chat that can let me know how we're doing on likes? I don't know if Janice is there, if Janice is gone. If we have any person, I need at least 100 likes. Can everyone hit the like button? Can everyone hit the like button? Can everyone hit the like button? The like button helps us with to come up in the algorithm. The like button helps us get pushed out and reach more people than just the people that subscribe to the channel and number of individuals. So we want to reach more. Is there any other people that can hit the like button? Can we hit the like button? Hit the Can you hit the like button? If you're watching, I just would like it if you did it as you come in. Okay, Dog, can you hit it? Cornelius, can you hit it? I'm sure Janice Felton has already hit it. Bless, can you hit it? Okay, let's hit the like button. Let's get that number up. Can we get that number up? I wanted to show y'all some of the fan mail and a number of the boxes and items that had come to me. I did a little video and I was going to open them or open some of the fan mail on air and just kind of let y'all know sort of like a day in the life of Sir William, what it was like. So we're at 72. Okay, can we get to 100? Do y'all want to see the fan mail or not? Or, hey, we could cut the show. I could go on and go to bed early or watch some more TV or be doing something else. We had a number of topics that I wanted to discuss, but if we are not able to, I'm not, I'm going to tell you something, Mother Janice, I'm not inclined to do a lot, especially when we're not necessarily getting the support. Now, if we were saying something messy or negative. Oh, also, okay, so let me say this. So how many was on here? How many of you were on the show Sunday night? So on Sunday night, we did a breaking news story and on Bishop Isabio Phelps out of Atlanta. Were you all on the show for on Sunday night? Were you all on Sunday night? Okay, Janice was on. Okay, who else was on Sunday night? So we can y'all know that we discussed and that he is a part of a new reality show and had gone to court on Friday, okay? And it was rather intense, rather serious. I had a meeting with him today. I had a meeting with him on today, and we're going to be praying and believe in the Lord that he'll come out and be okay. It looks like, based upon what he showed me and presented to me, uh, it really looks like he had done his due diligence and had all of his paperwork in order. In order, at least on the surface of what we could see, it looks like he had it in order. And as he stated that now at this time, it's, they're still going through their processes. They're still dealing with the federal government, the IRS, which is the federal government. Still dealing with that. Still dealing with the banking institutions. And everyone is dotting their I's. Now, the interesting thing about it is that that this was a lot longer of a process. So he's been dealing with this now for almost 100 days, from when the initial check was received, when the initial check was deposited. Also, some of the things that we have discovered is that there was not. All right. Is that Marco? Greetings to you. So that it was not just a sort of endorsement as we thought. It was an account uh, for the angel investor. The Devon Patton was opened. An account was opened, and it was actually a wire transfer from one account to the other account. So we got some additional details. And so we definitely wanted to make those clarifications. Okay, how are we doing on likes now, Janice? How where are we now with those likes, and if everyone can get those up? Okay, thank you. Nassim, you was on Sunday as well. Yes, Sunday was an excellent show. We had a good time. We typically do. I wanted to talk more about the Met Gala. I don't think it was as exciting as it was last year. I don't think it was quite as, I don't know. And then the whole aspect with Jeff Bezos, the owners of Amazon, being a co-host, that received a lot of opposition, and it just people just did not like him. And then Stefon came out good today. Stefon came out good. So those charges look like was dismissed and dropped. He was found to not be guilty. So that was great. So we got a number of things to talk about, but I don't want to talk anymore until we get these likes up. Also, who's going to be our first person that's going to lead out with our giving? The ways to give is streaming across the top of the screen. Also, our text messages is streaming across 844-991-1883 are the ways to stay in contact with me, and you can get text directly from me and stay up on all of the fun stuff and great stuff that we're doing over here at Obnoxious Media. Also, you can get a lot of the exclusive tea first. How about that? You can know firsthand, rather than having to get it secondhand. Okay, let's get some more. Can we get to 100 likes? How are we? If everyone will do me a favor and hit that like button. If everyone would do me a favor and hit that like button. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. Okay. Did we get any more? Did we get any more that came in? Also, a lot of people are talking about, and you're probably seeing a lot of stories about the Dominique Morgan situation. Dominique Morgan is a trans woman that has pled guilty to some charges of grand larceny, and was supposed to report in. Okay, we only have 78 likes. Okay, we only have 78 likes. All right. So let me ask you this. We're at an hour and a half. We only have 78 likes and we have no offering. So do y'all think it's fair? It's probably cool to say we just not feeling it tonight and we can end now and then maybe say come back and try it, closer to Sunday. Because, if we can't get this up or can't get the momentum or the energy to change, then I don't need to come on this anymore this week until maybe Sunday. Is that cool to say? Janice, what you think? Because y'all know if these numbers don't look right to me, I will go ghost on you. Y'all won't hear from me for a couple of weeks. Y'all hear from me a lot. Uh, okay, a lot of people are in Montgomery talk about voting right. Yes, that is very, very serious. Very, very serious. Okay, we're up to 81. All right. Can we get 20 more? Can we get 19 or 20 more and we'll be good? 19 to 20 more and we will be in a great place. So I don't I'm not sure who they were referring to, but it's some people that I guess are supporters of Dominique Morgan. And, people, this is America. And so people have a right to be in support of and like some people like me and some people don't like me. People, you have a right to like who you like and support who you support. But one of the things that I will say is that, all right, oh my gosh, so I am opening some of my fan mail as we're talking to you. Let me see who this came from. Okay, I think this came from Marie. I'm not going to say the full name, but this came from Marie. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. Let's see here. All right. We know that you normally wear bow ties, but you have been doing a lot of ties lately, and you're always so fashionable. I just thought when I saw this, I thought of you and hope that you will like it. All right. Right. Ah, a necktie, a Ralph Lauren. A Ralph Lauren necktie. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, wowie kazowie. Um, so that so okay, so one of the things was it seemed like some of the people were trying to say that some of the criticism that the Dominique Morgan lady, the trans lady, is getting is, because people are transphobic. And I just don't think that that's the case. I think that people are are talking about it or discussing it because this person has become an influencer or has become known, and because they're somewhat like like all of us, they have become an influencer and they're internet famous, and they have a criminal past, and they have, for whatever reason, broken the law. So I don't think that's just like saying, I would say that that's an ad hominem argument. And I don't want anyone to think or say that we're discriminatory against anybody. I'm for everybody. I'm very liberal. And oh, this is from the same lady. Oh, this is another tie from the same lady. Okay. Oh, this is what she meant when she said that she went back and saw another one that looked like me and that she wanted me to have. Oh, wow. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Oh, my goodness. Another one. Another one. Praise ye the Lord. So that's just like saying, I would equate that to say this, that a person that covers the Brian Carnes situation is not, that's like saying that you're against Christians because he's a Christian and you covered his sentencing. No, people are not. We're just covering things that are interesting that happen with within the news, within pop culture, within um, whomever that is interesting. Okay. All right. How are we doing now, Janice, on likes? Have we gotten our likes up? Instagram, how we doing? Well, y'all can't like until afterwards. All right. Anyone gonna lead out with our offering on tonight? Anyone gonna lead out with an offering on tonight? Who's gonna be our first? The ways to give are up. You can do Cashapp, you can do Zelle, you can do Venmo, you can do PayPal. Any of those, any of the ways to give, or you can do or you can give via a super chat. You can also do a super chat. I thought I saw Marquise on earlier. Is Marquise here? So the people, when I was getting my mail, they was like, "Oh my gosh, it's like Christmas." I said, "Oh my gosh," because you really kind of have to, you have to be really careful with your, people are so crazy. So we really kind of go through a lot of filtering and stuff when it comes to giving the even though it's the box. So y'all have to let me know when y'all wanna send me something or something like that. Y'all have to let me know. It doesn't just generally come from people that are like fly by night or for the very first time. It's normally people that that have followed me for a while and that we are familiar with. But again, so I just want to say that I or explain that people, that is not an accurate statement. And I don't think that anyone should say that or think that. I don't think that anyone is doing that. Or certainly, we're not over here, and not as it relates to me. Um, I just find it very interesting. The whole thing is just rather um, really, really and truly, really and truly interesting that that whole aspect would transpire, and that it would transpire with somebody that is, doing that um, within their own community, and not only their own community, but have also done it before. And I think that those what black glasses. I had on some black glasses when? When did I have? Oh, the black glasses I had on Sunday. Did you like those? Okay. Oh, okay. This is a guy. He has written this book, Andrew. Andrew has written a real interesting book. Andrew wants me to review his book. So I got to read this book. I'm not going to tell y'all what the title is yet, but I got to read Andrew's book, and then we're going to have Andrew on, and we're going to interview him and discuss his book that he has written. And it is a very interesting topic. If those of y'all that are over on Instagram, y'all probably know Andrew over there. I think he lives in London, and he's got some interesting stuff to say. All right, Ed, what are my other topics that I got for tonight? What else is are we going to discuss? So a lot of people was protesting the Met Gala because Jeff Bezos was a one of the sponsors or one of the co-hosts this year. I was not. I'm not really. I didn't. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Pastor Say. Nigga, you was clean Sunday. All right. Thank you so much, Pastor. Um so okay, what is this? Oh my gosh. Y'all, somebody didn't send me a Burberry shirt. Oh, wait a minute. I got some fans for real. Wait a minute. I got some people that love me for real. Wait a minute. Oh, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Y'all want to see it? I should show it to y'all. I should show it to y'all because y'all ain't y'all don't love me. Y'all can't even give me no likes. Let me see. Oh my God, who sent this? Natalia. Natalia. Oh my gosh. What size is this? Ah! This is a cute little Burberry shirt. Burberry London. Oh my. Oh, I think I'm gonna cry. I think I'm gonna cry. So, I don't know. It just didn't seem like. I guess maybe last year is because it celebrated Black folks and the Black dandy and African Americans and our contribution to the arts. Might have been why that it made it so exciting, and it kind of just was like, blah. Also, I think a lot of us was trying to see what the Knicks was going to do. Since they have advanced and whipped us, Atlanta Hawks, the way they whipped us and went on to, y'all then got really serious about me. Y'all must like me really y'all want me to wear more ties. Oh, okay, these are, no, I think these are bow ties. Now, I've always gotten fan mail, but I've never really opened my fan mail on camera. I've never done that before. So this is something new. But y'all know we always are stretching and we're doing different things that we've never done before as we continue. Okay. All right. These are kind of cute. Some more Ralph Lauren. All right. So, anyway, I just don't think that that's a fair assessment. I think that people should not try to, run away with the narrative and just say that because you're covering something. Also, just like Brian Carn, this woman has already pled guilty, and then they remanded her. Being out on bail to hold her for 21 days as they do an additional investigation and to really look into the facts and the matters so that they can sentence her properly. So I don't think covering that and people talking about that is a matter of folks being transphobic. I think that is just people that are covering any high profile or any influencer or any person that has done or committed a crime, and they're dealing with it. Okay. Who's the designer on these? Okay. Some golfing shorts. Oh. Oh. All right. I guess this is something I could wear around the house. A little Saturday out. Okay, how about that? Okay, what else do we have here? So I just don't think that that's a fair. I don't think that's a fair assessment to say that. I think that you have to just kind of, go based upon that people are covering stuff. People are covering stuff, and you got social media influencers, and you got people that are, always looking and finding interesting topics to talk about. And that this was a hot topic that's been all over all over social media, and people have been discussing it. And so that's why we discussed it, because it's constantly coming up on the timeline. But no one is, covering it because they don't like. And I just don't think that that's where the people are coming from. Um, but I think a lot of, also because I think that another aspect why it's getting so much attention is because so much attention was put on the DL guy. What is it? His name is the DL Whisperer or something like that. So that so much attention was put on him for um, exposing some of the aspects or some of the things that was going on. And now, some of the folks that are feeling that he was somewhat, I guess, vindicated, or that some of the stuff that he was saying is now found out to be true. Okay, let's see what we're saying. We are enjoying this. It's right there on the feed. What is on the feed? What's on the feed? I think too, Mother Janice, that this is an accumulation, because I had not. They called me because I don't check it. I don't go down to the mail area for the studio and check it often. So this is kind of an accumulation, because they called and said, "Oh, you got to come down here and check and pick up some stuff." And so that's what I did, because it was getting, or the box had gotten overflow. Oh, look at this. Oh, these are some. Oh, wait a minute. These are somebody's grandfather's antique cufflinks, and they thought of me. Oh my gosh. Aren't these gorgeous? Somebody sent me their granddaddy's cufflinks. Wow. That's touching. Like, y'all think I could really wear these? Like, somebody really thought enough of me to send me their grandfather's cufflinks. Like, I don't even know how do you put that into words, right? Um, for the most part, like, what do you say about that? Oh my gosh, they're gorgeous. And they're antique because they wrap around. That's how that part that wraps around the cuff. Ugh, I ain't gonna cry, but that's touching. I had this one fan that gave me their one of their a mink hat of their grandmother's. Their grandmother died, and he was like, this was well, they kept the coat or sold the coat or something, but they gave me the mink hat, the mink beret. So I was like, oh. So what else? What was some of my other topics? Let me look at my cheat notes. Let me see here. What were some of my other topics for tonight? What was that? Good evening, little Nelson. How are you? All right, so we talked about the update on Stefon Diggs, was he was found not guilty on the felony assault allegation. Okay, so let's dig into it. Let's get into it. Okay, Stefon. All right, a Massachusetts jury. Stefon Diggs was acquitted. They acquitted Stefon of assaulting and choking his former live-in personal chef after a 2-day trial. Jurors in the Durham District Court on Tuesday found the former New England Patriots wide receiver not guilty of felony assault and misdemeanor strangulation charges of Jamila Adams, uh, who was Stefon's ex, excuse me, personal chef, that accused him of assaulting her during an incident at his home on December the 2nd of 2025. She said that Stefon entered her bedroom and slapped her following a discussion about money he owed her. Adams told the court that Diggs offered her money to retract the charges. Diggs' personal assistant as allegedly asked Adams to sign a non-disclosure agreement. Stefon denied the allegations and pleaded not guilty to both charges. His attorney says that the assault never happened and questioned whether or not the dispute was about money or a relationship or relationship problems. Defense attorneys challenged Adams' allegations in court. The defense said that the assault never happened. They pointed out that Adams didn't take photos of her alleged injuries and failed to disclose to the police that she and Stefon were involved in an intimate relationship while she lived in his home. Girl, how could you leave that important part out? All right, like, come on, that's the main part. He was okay. Under cross-examination, Adams admitted that she and Stefon were intimate while he was dating Cardi B. The defense portrayed Adams as a scorned woman who was upset about being left out of a trip to Miami. The lawyer suggested that her anger may have played a role in her allegations. The defense called multiple witnesses to the stand who testified that they did not notice any signs of injuries or an assault on Adams. The verdict means that Stefon, an NFL free agent, can sign with a new team ahead of the 2026 season. He was dismissed by the Patriots following the team's loss to the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl back in February. Any team that signs him will be a great move. All right. So we are glad that now we're not for violence. We're not for violence at all, but we're glad that that this will not ruin his NFL career. Okay, the word is that Beyonce or that Blue Ivy, rather, Beyonce and Sean Carter's daughter, their oldest daughter, will not be invited back to the Met Gala. All right. Now, there is supposed to be a rule that on the red carpet for the Met Gala, which raises money for the museum that has its own endowment, and the only way that they receive money is through this annual fundraising event, and the event is such a premier event that is, the tickets are $100,000 and up, and things of that sort. So it's it's a real big, it's a big to do. And so that, as it stands, that when you walk the red carpet at the Met Gala, that it is a rule that you're not supposed to wear your sunglasses. You're not supposed to wear shades. And they have some of the most premier people of celebrity status, and that they are to take their shades off. Well, word is that Blue Ivy refused to remove her shades, and then when she was asked, or when they spoke about it, her mother and father kind of brushed it off and was like, "Oh, this is her." And so it kind of got a thing where, "Oh, you kind of don't like my child, and my child won't be asked back. I'm not coming back." And so, anyway, we'll have to look more into it and get some more additional details, but it does not look like that went over well. And Anna Wintour can kind of be a stickler about things. She's the editor of Vogue. Didn't really get into the theme. I think that the theme was so hot last year, with celebrating the Black dandy, or celebrating the dandy, that you can't really outdo that. And everybody really came with the funk, because the dandy is known to be dressed. But to have the theme of art and clothing, or art becoming alive, or kind of was a strange thing. And the people look strange. All right, we were talking about the movie, the Michael Jackson movie, that was produced by Jermaine. And so it Katherine Jackson is now 96 years old. The matriarch of the Jacksons, mother, Katherine, has turned 96 on Monday, May 4th. Her oldest son, Jackie, turned 75. Wow, is that not crazy? Does that sound real? She 96, and the oldest Jackson child is 75. So Rebe must be what? Rebe is like close to 80 then, because Rebe is older than Jackie. He turned 75 on the same day. Jackie was born on Katherine's 21st birthday in Gary, Indiana. He is the second eldest of Joe and Katherine's 10 children. Wowie Zowie. The Jackson family matriarch was seen out on are out during seen during an outing back on April the 20th, for the Michael Jackson biopic premiere. Katherine took a photo with Coleman Domingo, who played Joe Jackson in the film. And he captioned the image, "To receive her love and support is all I needed. We laughed and we looked eye to eye and had such a lovely moment on that particular night." Wow. Katherine Jackson, 96? Isn't that something? Now, you know, another part that I thought that was interesting, that the movie did not have a lot to do, or did not really mention Diana Ross. Was that not interesting? Okay, Deacon Danny Lewis says rules are rules, no shades. I get you. He said Reby is about 77 or 78. Reby will be okay. Thank you. One of our members are saying, is this a Catherine or Rice? Um and Rick Rice. Okay, so Reby will be 76 on the 29th. Wow. Catherine was born to Katie Screws on May 4th of 1930 in Alabama. She contracted polio. This is the reason for her limp. She contracted polio at a young age and walks with a limp. After moving with her family to East Chicago, Indiana, her father changed her name to, also she was born Katie. I'm sorry. Catherine was actually, I'm thinking that she was born to Katie Screws, but she was born Katie Screws. And when she moved to East Chicago, Indiana, her father changed her name to Catherine. Okay. And she met a boxer, an aspiring musician named Joe Jackson. He was married, but he divorced his wife, and he had been married, and then he divorced his wife and then reconnected with Catherine. So she wasn't born. I thought she was born uh with like one leg being longer than the other, but she was born, and she was, I guess, was born fine, but she had gotten polio, and the polio caused her to have the limp. They married in November of 1949 and moved to Gary, Indiana, where they welcomed 10 children. Marlon's twin brother died soon after he was born. Catherine and Joe Jackson encouraged their sons, Michael, Marlon, Jermaine, Tito, Jackie, to develop their musical talents as children. Catherine had sewed the costumes the Jackson Five wore on stage in the 1960s. Joe soon quit his job at a steel mill and became their manager. Joe made 5-year-old Michael the lead singer of the group, while Jermaine, who was the lead singer, took up the bass guitar and shared lead vocals with Michael. Okay, so that explains the riff. That explains a few right there. That explains the tension right there. That the daddy, that's interesting about musical families, because that was one of the things that happened with Dad Pace, although this is a gospel group, but that's one of the things that happened with the Anointed Pace sisters, because Daddy Pace would pitch, because before, now you all know Duranis was the eldest girl. Well, Murphy was the eldest child, but Duranis was the oldest girl. Duranis Pace that died. She preceded Sean in death. But Duranis was a lyric soprano. And he often pitched, and if you all, those of you that follow my my podcast, you all remember the interview I did with Tracy, And in the interview with Tracy, she said that Pace would pitch them against each other. And so that was what, I talked about that a little bit earlier, Lil Nelson, is that it seemed very apparent to me that there was some level of contention and some level of jealousy between Jermaine and Michael. And that Michael was definitely, now they all were talented, but Michael was definitely the star. Also, another thing that is not touched on in the movie is that, was it Tito and Jermaine married the same woman? So their kids are cousins and half brother and sister. I also thought that was interesting. That's not pointed out. So it's a lot of kind of, elements. Then also the whole aspect of perhaps child molestation and some other things that they didn't really get into. 5-year-old Michael became the lead singer of the group, while Jermaine, who was the lead singer, took up the bass guitar and shared lead vocals with Michael. After Michael died in 2009, Katherine became legal guardian of his 3 children, Paris, Prince, and what's that boy's name? Benji or Benjai or whatever, until 2017. Jackie has married 3 times and has 4 children. In 2021, Jackie married his second wife, Victoria Triggs. They later divorced. At the age of 61, Jackie married his third wife, Emily, who gave birth to twin boys. Jackie released 2 solo albums, Jackie Jackson 1973 and To Be the One, and 1989. To Be the One would hit 89 on the R&B charts. Okay. All right, so much for them. Everybody that don't want to talk about that they was married to Blanket. Oh, no, but they say his name. It says his name is Bigi. Bigi. But how do you say that? I guess that's what they call a Blanket. Yeah, if you Google it, you'll see that they married the same woman. They had a lot of interesting things with their family. Needless to say, it's always that undercurrent. I wonder when he was having and they briefly show it, like they show the house and giraffes outside. He has he's talking and playing with the rats, and then he has Bubbles deliver. I mean, and they kind of just let that behavior just go on, and it just, I don't know, somebody. Child, I wish if I had a monkey or a chimpanzee delivered to my mama's house, she would have been saying, "Look, what is going on? Clearly, it is something wrong with you. Clearly, there is a problem." You all heard about Mayor Giuliani is in ICU, right? I don't think too many of you all care though. That Mayor Giuliani is in ICU. Also, Taraji P. Henson, who attended the Met Gala last year, went public and kind of criticized the Met Gala this year and was saying, like, what are we doing? And why are people going? All right, how are we doing on likes now, Janice? How are we doing on likes? All right, is there anyone that is going to lead off with any level of giving on tonight? Or do we have anybody that's going to do anything? We haven't had anyone. We haven't had a super chat. We haven't had any anything on tonight. We got 165 people. Can I get one more like so I can hit that 100 mark? And is there going to be anyone that's going to do? Is it going to be? Well, did Jennifer Lewis have $100,000 to go? Okay. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny, but did Jennifer have? Did she have the money to go? Also, they said Chris Brown was trying to play down that somebody shot out in front of his house. I wonder who was shooting in front of Chris Brown's place and why. Like, what is going on? What is going on with these celebrities and acting like it's cowboys and Indians? Let's stop all this gun violence. Okay, we got to the 100. We got to the 100 likes. Thank you. Thank you guys for that. Okay, let's see what this is. We got some boxes now, y'all. Let's see what this stuff is. I gotta check my mail more often. Maybe I'll make this a segment. Maybe I'll make going through my mail a segment with you all. But then, you can't do stuff because then you do stuff, then y'all won't give. Like, y'all ain't giving tonight. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. I'm going to get some criticism. I know they're going to say, oh, the folks didn't give because you was opening up mail. You was opening up mail. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, Shu. Who are these by? Okay. All right, thank you. Praise the Lord and thank you. Let's keep them in the box. Maybe I shouldn't do that on air. I don't want nobody to be offended by my reaction. Amen. Praise the Lord. Moving right along. Let's open up the next thing. Okay, Tracy. Oh, I know this fan. She has sent me stuff before. But you know what? I'm going to tell you, I thank y'all. Because y'all, people don't have to be nice to you. People don't have to love you. People don't have to like you. People don't have to do anything for you. So I thank y'all for any little thing that y'all do for me. I really do. I really do. But one thing that you can do, you can always send a Cashapp or you can send a Zelle, and then I can just go on and buy me something that you know that I'm going to like. Or I can spend it to further Obnoxious Media. How about that? Oh, I better not break my nail trying to tear open this box. Okay, let's see what is this. Let's see what this is. Let's see what this is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. my gosh. Oh, I'm so overwhelmed. I think I'm gonna start crying then. Oh my gosh. You know what? Maybe I should do another function. Maybe I should do another event. Because I think I do have some people out here that really love me. Maybe I should do another event. What y'all think? Do y'all think I should do something else? I know that they were saying. They said it's mandatory to cry. Troy Brown says it's mandatory. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And this is, I carried this today to school. Look. Oh, they go perfect. Oh my God. They say it is mandatory. Okay, let's see what it says. I've never had anything in cloth wrapping before. Y'all, I think I broke a nail. Oh, no, I didn't. It just felt like it was going to come off. Okay, let me. I need one of my pair of big scissors, but these is right here on the desk. Let me see here. See what this is. Okay, and who did this come from? Salazar. Maybe I have some international people that like me. Salazar. What nationality would that be? Or they could be married. They could have married somebody. They could be black and married somebody that was Spanish or something. They may not have been born Salazar. Let's see. Do y'all think I'm going to get flack for this? Because, I get criticized by every little thing. I'm wondering if I'm going to get flack for this. I already know a couple of critics is going to probably say something or have something to say. I have this one person that just loves to send me an email critiquing. Even though I don't know why they do it, because they should know by now that I don't care. That I'm gonna do what I do anyway. All right, so are we gonna have anybody that's gonna give tonight? Did anybody do anything? Okay, you says Venezuelan. I know, Sean. Isn't it nice? It's nice to be thought about. It is. People don't have to be nice to you. But I think this is like, I hadn't been over there, I hadn't checked that thing in a while, because they had run out of room for my stuff. And they all know where the studio is. Let's see here. How can I get in this? Oh. Cut this. Okay. I still can't get into the Lord. They taped it up good, child. Yeah, I should maybe do an event. Maybe I should do a live show at the I'd be so scared that that was just like the thing over in at the live show in Memphis. I was scared that people wasn't gonna come or that people wasn't gonna buy the tickets. And then sometimes people, that's one thing that I like about church people. Like a lot of times people buy tickets and they won't come, but they'll buy a ticket and show their love and their support for you. And they don't even attend, but they'll buy a ticket. Some mules. Aren't those cute? And when people be asking my size and stuff, and I just be telling them, I just never would think that they was gonna actually do something. Oh my gosh. I am so overwhelmed right now. Let me see. Child, I might wear these tomorrow. Y'all know I love a good little mule. I love a good mule. Let me see. Let me put my foot in there. Oh. Oh. Yes. Oh. And the women's convention is coming up. I'm gonna have to take these to San Antonio. Praise him. Okay, this is the last one. Let's see what this is. Let's see what this is. Can't get in it. What is this? Okay, let's see. All right. Velvet suit. Well, so much for a fan mail. Oh my gosh. All right, y'all. What they say? eBay. What's eBay? Let me see. What the? Oh, that's somebody being funny saying, oh, they saying that it came from eBay. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I guess. Whatever you say. Y'all see, we always have hate. No matter what you do, they're gonna always be present. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. How are we doing on likes? I'm just gonna go on. Let me go on and do this. Yeah, let me go on and do that. All right. Hey, oh, someone was spoken from Louisiana. All right. Anyone? Let me make sure. Okay. All right. Okay, that oh well, okay, so we did get two love offerings. We did get two love offerings. I thank y'all for $50. Uh one one is 20 from one person, and then who was this? Somebody else related to them did $30. We okay. Oh, okay. That is from our anonymous giver. That is from our anonymous giver. So it's the same person that gave twice. Okay, so we did. So I don't feel quite as bad. So we did do something on tonight. All right, y'all. Well, thank y'all for hanging out with me for an hour, for 2.5 hours on tonight. I think I covered everything. Hey, Sean, we got to talk. Yeah, so but it is now 12:30, so it is time to the hours far spent. It's time to go to bed. Thank y'all for hanging out with me, and I think we'll be back up on. Let me see when we gonna be able to get back. I think we'll be able to get back on TikTok tomorrow. I gotta make sure I keep mind my manners over there on TikTok. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. And 100, we did 107 likes, so we did over half of the people that are on. All right, so that was good, and this was for with little to no talk. And I didn't, you know what? And I will say this, I forgot to even send out the text message. I had the text message set to send the text message out and then didn't send it. But anyway, everyone like and share, like and share, like and share, like and share. Okay. Y'all got to help me. I want to get at least 1 million people on one of the platforms. I don't care if it's TikTok, I don't care if it's Facebook, Instagram, whichever one we get first. Want to make sure that we get at least 1 million on one of these platforms before or by my birthday. Okay. So y'all gonna help me. We gonna do it. Anything I set my mind to. Amen. Greater is he that is in me than he that's in the world. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow.